Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining me on Talk and Fight. Got a little bit of a new setup to deal with right now, so you bear with me. This is all the news. It's fit to print, courtesy of our friends over at Boxing 247. So let's start the day off with a bit of news out of Moscow. Interesting that Moscow welcomes the 58th World Military Boxing Championships, which will be held on September 18th to the 25th. In total, 37 countries registered to take part in the competitions of the International Military Sports Council. Almost 300 athletes, including 49 women, will compete for medals in 10 men's weight classes and 5 women's categories. Preliminary competitions will be held at the CSKA Sports Complex Igrovy Finals at the VTB Arena. It was back in May when the EIBA and CISM signed the Historical Convention of Collaboration. We fully support CISM in developing boxing in the military, EIBA President Mr. Umar Kremlov said. This is the sport for brave and strong. Everybody knows that the military protects people worldwide. I truly believe that any conflict should be resolved without competitions on the ring, not the other way. I'm happy to see how boxing is developing among the military and looking forward to seeing the success of these championships. As I said, they take place September 18th to 25th, 2021 in Moscow in Russia. And you can check out all the different countries who are participating on the website boxing247.com. In upcoming news, we see Jono Carroll and Andy Benches will fight in a WBA title eliminator at the super featherweight division at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Florida this Saturday. This fight will be part of the event in which the legendary Evander Holyfield will fight an exhibition match against Vitor Belfort as the main show. Carroll's from Ireland, and he occupies the 4th position in the ranking and will face American Benches, who is in the 7th place. Both are experienced fighters who feel ready for the highest level, so the fight will be a litmus test for both of them. Carroll has experience in world title fights, so he has a plus point. The 29-year-old boxer from Dublin comes from defeating the then undefeated Roman Arapatian from Moldova in a great victory that has been important for his aspirations. Benches is 30 years old and comes at a difficult time, but with a great opportunity to get back on track if he defeats Carroll in this fight that looks pretty close on paper. Carroll's record is 19 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 5 knockouts, while Benches has 23 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and 12 knockouts. That should be a good bout. I look forward to seeing Evander Holyfield back in the ring. Should be a lot of fun. Elsewhere, we see that professional boxing is returning to the greater Pittsburgh area. This Saturday night, September 18th, Deontay Management presents Murrysville Madness at Murrysville Sports Zone in Murrysville, Pennsylvania, USA. It's an amateur sport, an amateur show co-promoted by Deontay Management and Castle Boxing out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. They'll start at lunchtime, 12 p.m. And let's have a quote here from the promoter, Derek Deontay. I hope to continue promoting shows here, which is a 30-minute drive from downtown Pittsburgh, in this region moving forward. With another friend of mine promoting here, we can keep these guys busy and look forward to moving them to bigger opportunities. So the fight will feature Pittsburgh junior lightweight Matt Sweetchild Conway, who's 19-2 with 8 knockouts, and he's the reigning IBA Intercontinental Junior Lightweight Champion. So he'll headline the Murrysville Madness event. It's an 8-round main event against an opponent yet to be finalized. In a 6-round co-featured event, Pittsburgh super middleweight Keontae Irving, who's 9-0 with 9 knockouts and a 2018 National Golden Gloves champion, plans to keep his perfect pro record intact against Antonio Luis Hernandez, who's 5-11-3 with 3 knockouts. Ohio lightweight, the humble beast Ford, who's 5-1-0 with 3 knockouts, steps up in his first scheduled 6-rounder versus an opponent yet to be determined as well. A 4-round featherweight match is scheduled between Buffalo's pro debuting Joe Reed versus Kazakhstan native Bazibek Baratov, who's 4-1-2 with one knockout, fighting out of Monroeville, Pennsylvania. And says our friends over at Boxing 247, has the potential to steal the show. Anyway, there are some other fights on that card. I look forward to seeing that if possible, if that didn't indicate it was being filmed or available on the internet. Over in England, we see that Frank Warren is staging a prospects night. His company, Queensbury, is staging a prospects stacked night, London's Copperbox Arena on Friday, September 10th, that's tomorrow night, featuring some of their finest young talent. It's a new series of shows branded Fight Night Live, The Prospects. It's topped by South Londoner Louis Lynn, who's 9-0 with 7 knockouts, who defends his WBC International Silver Featherweight title in a 10-round contest against Bradford's Amin Jahanzeb, who's 8-0 with 2 knockouts. This will be televised live on BT Sport and also available on the BT Sport Boxing YouTube page. Portsmouth heavy-hitting lightweight Mark Chamberlain, who's 8-0 with 5 knockouts, has been added to the bill and will face Ghana's Benjamin Lamptey, who's 11-4-1 with 9 knockouts over 8 rounds. Mark had been due to face Lamptey 24 hours later, but the card had to be cancelled after Sonny Edwards' IBF World Flyweight title defense against Jason Mama was called off. Said promoter Frank Warren, "It's fantastic that BT Sport are getting behind our prospects and showing their support for boxing. Fans at the arena and watching at home will see a thriller between Louis and Amin. I'm delighted that Mark will get more exposure on TV, and I believe, like many of the boxers in Wayne Button Patton stable, it's only a matter of time before he becomes more widely known." Elsewhere on the card, Hackney's Frank Arnold, who's 7-0-1 with 1 knockout, takes a dangerous fight when he meets Tipton's Lee Glover, who's 11-5-0 with 3 knockouts in a 6-round super featherweight contest. Olympic youth gold medalist Carol Ituma, who's 3-0 with 2 knockouts, has his 4th professional fight and faces Manchester's 80-fight veteran Daryl Sharp. So that's going to be a good card to watch. Elsewhere in the world of boxing, I see that Tyson Fury has come out of the blue and made some interesting comments regarding his upcoming fight against Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury has vowed that he will knock out Deontay Wilder in even more devastating fashion than last time when the two men meet in their heavyweight showdown next month. Fury, who's 30-0-1 with 21 knockouts, puts his WBC heavyweight title on the line against Wilder, who's 42-1-1 with 41 knockouts at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on October 9th. And as we all know, that's live on ESPN pay-per-view and BT Sport box office. Fury won in extremely convincing fashion when they fought in February 2020, dropping Wilder twice on his way to a 7th-round knockout win. But the Gypsy King feels it's going to be even easier this time around. Fury said, "This time, I'm going to absolutely obliterate him. It isn't going to 7 rounds this time. I'm going to get him out of there nice and quick." Wow. He was the biggest puncher in history, but I knocked him out. I'm the biggest and toughest puncher. He's only a threat in somebody's nightmares, but not in mine. They've always got a puncher's chance, but so is every heavyweight out there. When I say I'm going to annihilate him, what did I say last time? I said I was going to drop him, knock him out, smash him, and I did. In the last 7 years, I've had 2 years back, 5 years off. So there are no miles on the clock. I actually feel sorry for Wilder. He's had time to get over the beating. He has a new trainer and more back carriers and yes men. I think he'll come in fired up, but after 1 round, he will realize he's back where he started. If he couldn't beat me after 3 years out, 10 stone weight loss, he never will. Sorry for laughing, but boy, oh boy, that's quite a lot. That's great. That's great to hear. I love it. Fantastic. So let's get off on a serious note here. IABA President Mr. Umar Kremlov had a meeting with International Judo Federation President Mr. Marius Weiser and the President of the International Esports Federation, Mr. Vlad Marinescu, in Budapest, Hungary. The three presidents discussed cooperation between sports organizations. I'm always happy to meet my colleagues and friends in Budapest, said Mr. Kremlov. It's a great exchange between three international federations. I'm sure our cooperation and friendship will help to develop our sports in the best way. And that's what I'll leave you with today. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. It's been a fun one. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. See if there's anything else that can come out of Tyson Fury that's even funnier than what he just said. I certainly look forward to that fight against Deontay Wilder, as I'm sure you do. Anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to receive updates as to when we're coming up next. See you tomorrow.